It was a very traumatic incident for everybody who was on campus that day, including me. I was on campus.
Peter Morris was a grad student at the University of Texas during the clock tower shooting there in 1966. Many say there's a gun violence problem in the U.S., but the topic has become loaded with emotions and strong opinions.
There's a lot of misinformation out there, and the biggest thing is to not just buy into it, you know, what you hear on the news or what you read in the paper or whatever, but really do the research yourself.
We've tried an assault weapons ban in the past, and the issue with that is that even though you see these big mass shootings hit the news, most crimes don't involve guns like that.
In fact, she says an assault weapon is really just a political term. It could look like this, or this, or this, but many people think of this. Some people point to research that says our communities would be safer if everyone carried a gun. Earlier this year, Texas became the 8th state to pass a law that allows concealed carry firearms in campus buildings. But just as many other studies say that more guns do not mean less crime.
And what studies ended up finding is that it didn't really prevent crime, and it did actually, in some cases, increase crime a little bit. People did feel like they could shoot first and ask questions later.
Wallace stresses there's been very limited research on this, though.
That's just kind of like this ad hominem, like circular argument of like, well, who feels more unsafe?
Even though people say like guns don't murder people, people do, there's still the fact that they had the weapon and they had the access to the weapon.
But some people who don't pass the background check ask others to buy a gun for them. That's called a straw sale. But keeping track of straw sales is almost impossible. For some, the gun control debate comes down to education.
Like we should be teaching people, you know, responsibility, respect, how to protect yourself, you know, how to protect others and, you know, not be an idiot.
For the Center County Report, I'm Jess Arnold.